Hello YouTube peeps! So as usual, we're gonna wait for the live. We're gonna start it right now in like a minute, and we're gonna talk about failure and what it means and why we're so scared of it. Oh, there you go, it's 12 o'clock, so we're going live. Hello. So we're gonna wait a little while for the people to join here on the live, and I'm gonna cut this in the editing. Hello. Hi you guys, welcome. First people in my live, hello. Are you having a nice week? Hi. Okay, so if you're wondering why you're here, we're gonna talk today about failure, and the reason that I'm doing quote unquote is because everyone has their own definition of failure, so we're gonna talk about that. Hi you guys, I think somebody asked a question. Okay, so I don't speak that language, so happy Rose Day. Every day is a Rose Day. Okay, so I think we can start. I don't know what keep trying means. I don't think it's a compliment. Happy Tuesday. Yes, I do have new music soon. I think I'm gonna I was supposed to record 2 weeks ago, but I didn't because things came up and life just keeps happening. But I am trying to record this weekend. I don't want to promise, but I'm trying to record this song this weekend, and I hope I can, if nothing else pops up, and then I hope on March to release a new song. I don't know if it's gonna have a music video. I'm gonna try, but probably not. But it's a new song, and I think it's pretty cool. Well, of course, I wrote it, but but you should check it out when it's out. I'm gonna let you know. Okay, so thank you. So I'm gonna talk about failure, and the reason I chose to talk about it is because I've been going through a lot of things lately, and I realized that this thought pops into my head pretty often, and I'm thinking, oh, but what if I fail? What if I can't do it? What if people will just notice that I'm failing? And then I caught myself on this thought, and I thought, wait a minute. What do you mean, what am I fail? So like, if I'm scared of failing, I shouldn't try to do what I need to do? Like, why do I so scared of letting other people decide for me, right? And I thought about it, and then I asked you a question a few days ago, and I asked you, what do you do when you fail? And I was happy to see that most of you replied that you're gonna just get up and keep trying and do it again. But some of you did say that you feel like giving up, and some of you said that you never fail. So that's something that I also wanted to mention, I wanted to talk about. So, what is failing, right? So I'm sure that if you're gonna open Google and like, oh, what is failing? So there are a lot of different, how do you say that? There are different explanations to what failing is. I think to me, the definition of failing is giving up on yourself, not even trying. Like if I want to do something, and then I think to myself, oh, but what if I'm gonna fail? What if people will laugh at me? What if like people will see that I didn't succeed in that, and that I don't do it? So to me, that's failing. To me, that's like giving up on myself, right? That's the failure, because you didn't even try. But when you are doing something and you try and you didn't get the result, the outcome that you were expecting, to me it's not exactly failing. To me it's, okay, you didn't achieve this goal, but you did achieve a different one because you tried and you didn't give up on yourself, right? And I think it matters. I think it matters when you try and you keep going, and even if something didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out, you still did it. And you need to be proud of yourself. And this is something that I remind myself all the time, because I'm like, I need to be proud of myself. Even if I didn't achieve this result that I really hoping to achieve, and like I didn't get there, but I got here. And next time when I try, I'm gonna get here and then here. And I always gonna keep trying. But to me, it's not failing. Even if I remember when I just started performing, it was all new to me. And I just kept fucking up. I kept forgetting lyrics, I kept forgetting where's my, where's the song going, and I was like shaking, and it was all scary because, public speaking is intimidating, and especially when you're starting out and you have no experience. And I was like standing there on stage looking at like people's faces expecting something of me, and I was like, oh my god, what if I fail? And that was my thought when I was going on stage. What if I fail? And I think to understand why you're so scared of failing, you need to try and dig deeper what is failing to you. And then when you try to understand what is failing to you, try to understand, why am I so scared of it? Because to me, when I started to dig deeper, to me failing was forgetting my own lyrics and completely fucking up the song in front of all these people, right? What are they gonna think of me? And then I thought about it, why? Why am I so scared of that? Because I don't want to be judged, because I don't want to be laughed at, because I am good. How are you? Thank you. Anyway, so I tried to understand why I'm so scared of this failing, right? But then the more I thought about it, the more I understood that the reason that I'm so scared of these people judging me, that's why I'm not gonna go on stage. I'm just gonna sit quietly to not be judged, to not be feared. And I think that's where I started realizing that this fear of failure actually fails me. It makes me fail because makes me fail, that's how you say it? I don't know, guys. I'm going through a rough time, so apologies. I'm glad you're good. Apologies if I'm stumbling, because I had a really hard week, a really rough week, a lot of things are okay, my name is literally on the on the profile, but okay. So I'm having a rough of a week, so my mind is all over the place, and that's why I felt like I need to do this video, because I have a lot of things coming up and I'm so scared that sometimes oh, what if I'm gonna fail? And so this video is also for me, and not only for you guys, it's also for me, because I need to hear that. Where was I? Okay, so we found the why. Why are you scared, right? And I think a lot of times this fear of failure is about other people. It's not even about us, right? We are concerned of what other people will think of us. We're concerned of what if we'll be laughed at. And I think it's unfair to us to let other people dictate what we are trying or doing. And then I realized, and that's gonna be harsh, but no one cares. No one literally cares when you fail. People, sometimes we feel like people care more than they actually do. Because you go and you try something, okay, let's talk about me, right? I'm going on stage to perform in front of I don't know, the 20 people that are sitting there in the bar, right? My first gig. I forget some words. They don't know. It's my song. They don't know. So I keep going, right? Maybe I shake a little bit, maybe I'm they can see that I'm afraid, maybe the performance wasn't as good as I hoped it to be. Okay, sending love back from New York to India. I'm glad you guys are here. we're talking about failure for all of you who joined. Anyway, yes, so my first performance, I got off the stage and I felt awful. I was like, oh my god, I failed, I forgot my own lyrics. How can I forget my own lyrics, right? And the song it didn't sound as good as I was hoping it to sound. But now, it's been a few years and I'm like, well, all these people forgot. I'm like, nobody cared. People were like, woohoo! Right? And nobody literally cared. Because they were sitting thinking about their own lives, their own concerns. Somebody was like, oh, did I leave the lights? And somebody was thinking, oh, I'm next, I need to practice my song, I need to go to the bathroom, I need to call my grandma. It's like, people are thinking more about themselves. And because we are the center of our universe, we think that everyone around us gonna see that we failed and gonna be like, oh, they failed, you suck. No. First of all, people want to support you. People want you to succeed. Normal people, usually happy people, right? Usually the people who don't want you to succeed is like people who kind of jealous and miserable, and they just want everyone around them to be miserable as well. But people want you to succeed. So I think the first step is to understand that you owe it to yourself, not to anyone else. When you go on stage, or you're starting a new job, or you're working on a project, or you're going to school, your teachers want you to succeed. Your boss wants you to succeed. Your clients want you to succeed. Everyone wants you to do what you're doing properly. Nobody is wishing for you to fail. So I think the first step is just to be like, okay, I got this. And that's something I'm working on, because I have this tendency to always imagine the worst case scenario. And this is something I'm working on right now. I'm trying, and I was watching a video when they said that to boost your confidence about these things, you should imagine the best case scenario. You should imagine yourself succeed. So whether you got a new job, or you need to go somewhere, you're going on a date, you know, it can be intimidating. You're like, oh, what if she doesn't like me? What if he doesn't like me? What if I fail? What if I eat awkwardly? And we tend to create all these bad scenarios in our head, and it didn't even happen yet, right? So I think it's so important to imagine the best case scenario and go to this new job or go up on stage and be like, I'm gonna rock this. I'm gonna do the best I can, and it's gonna be amazing. And to put in your head that you're gonna do the best you can. And if it didn't work out, and if something didn't go according to what you planned, oh, hi Nicole! Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Anyway, if something didn't go according to what you planned, or the outcome wasn't like the 100% that you hoped for, that's okay. You did it. You took this challenge and you did it. So you need to be like, I did it, right? I'm amazing. And you learn something from it. And if this didn't go well, you know, like, I don't know, the client is not 100% satisfied, or the grade is maybe a B and you were hoping for an A, that's fine. Learn from it. Keep going. But that's not a failure. It's not. I think, like I mentioned before, and some of you might missed it, failure is sitting and not doing anything. Failure is giving up on yourself because you're afraid. That's failure. All the rest, you succeeded. You woke up in the morning, that's a success. You went to exercise, that's a success. You went to this show, although you were scared and shaking, that's a success, because you got on this stage and you did what you needed to do. And that's a success, and you need to remember that. I need to remember that. I always forget. Let me check the comments, because you guys are writing stuff. Fail is a part of life. The only thing we can do is the best we can do. That's true. And the result is out of our hands. That's true. I totally agree. It's true. It is part of the process. It's learning. Nobody just started doing something and were the best of the best in their first attempt. That's true. But that's fine. That's how we learn. And like I said, my first show, you guys, That was like the first time I went on stage. I was so lost, and I was like, failure is just another yes, or do it again. Yes, exactly. Oh wow, somebody is really unhappy here. Guys, stop hating. That's just weird. You can leave if you don't want to be here, that's fine. Anyway, so yeah, my first show was like, not the best, but I went off the stage and I was so proud of myself, you guys, because I did it. And the next time I went on stage, it was better. I was still not on the top because there were still things I needed to work on. My first photo shoot, I was like, yeah, there are things that I could do better. There are things that I can improve. But every time I do it, every time I challenge myself, although it's terrifying sometimes, and I understand, I just got a new project and I'm terrified, you guys. I am so scared, but did I turn this project down because I'm scared, because it terrifies me, because it's a new territory? No, I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do the best I can. And the best you can is the best you can. Prepare, learn, study, practice, and then go out there and do the best you can, but never give up. Never tell yourself, I'm not, like, I might fail, so because if that's what you're doing, you're already failing because you're not growing, you're not trying. And let me read some of your comment. You should go up there on stage, guys. There are so many open mics in every city. I don't know where you're from, but if you've never been on stage, I do recommend open mics because it's a really supportive environment and people are gonna really understand the process. And in open mics, there are a lot of people that are first timers and going on stage just now. So it's a really great place to practice. And then later you can go on shows and book your gigs because you're gonna get better with time. There is a spend until the right moment, work hard. It's true. Work hard, stay consistent, do what you can. Again, it's the best you can do. And let me see if I remember. Oh, and something else that I wanted to say. There's this thing that when we are very scared of failing, we look like it. So if I go on stage and I'm completely terrified and I'm like, yeah, hi, I hope you like it. People see it. And people don't want you to be afraid. People want to see the confidence. And I noticed that even if you need to fake it a little bit, this confidence with your first client or in your first time on stage, you need to be like, yeah, I got this. And inside you're like, ah, it's fine. It's okay. Fake this confidence until it's actually there, It's okay to be scared. But there's something that we're doing that if you're going on your first job, your boss wants to see the confidence. Your boss wants to see like, oh yeah, they got this. Like, I trust them, You don't want to step into this office and be like, I don't know if I can, I'm gonna try. Like, nobody wants to see that. Don't show people that. It's okay to tell people, yes, it's, my first time, or yes, I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit nervous, that's fine. But people are attracted to confidence. And when you show people confidence, somehow psychologically, they're more likely to be like, yeah, hell yeah. Because they're like, you're confident, so you probably know what you're doing. So sometimes it's a good thing to do, to be like, yeah, I got this, and inside it's like, it's fine, it's okay. I'm still like that. Sometimes I go and I like my photo shoot, sometimes I come to a photo shoot and I'm like, whew, okay. And then a client comes and I'm like, let's do this. I'm gonna do it. I know what I'm doing, I'm confident, I practiced, I have what it takes to succeed. And that's how I do it. And it grows with time. And every time it gets better and better and better. But the real failure is not to try. That's the real problem. But as long as you're trying and you keep going, whether you feel like you failed or didn't succeed enough, it's okay as long as it doesn't stop you. So just keep going. And that's what I wanted to say. That was my video. It was kind of like I said, it was a reminder to myself as well, because I'm going through a lot, and I needed this, you know. I needed to remind myself that it's okay sometimes, you know, when something doesn't work out exactly like you wanted, and just keep going. Just don't give up ever, and no matter what people tell you, and even if people are hating and telling you, oh, that sucked, or like, I got my haters. There was just one here right now. That's fine. Whatever. They're not living your life. They don't know you. They don't know what you've been through. And we all start at different levels in life. So somebody, like a lot of times people are comparing each other, especially like, you know, when you're performing and open mics and things like that, and people are often comparing themselves and like, oh, but they're so much better, but they did this and they did. Find a way to learn from it and don't compare. Because you don't know where they are in life and they don't know where you are in life. And you're in different stages and you're learning and you're growing. Everyone in their own pace. But as long as you keep consistently growing, that's it. You're doing it. And that's it. Okay. I think I passed my 20 minutes, so that's it for the live today. If you have any questions, please feel free to DM or to ask or to write any messages. And this video is going to be available on my feed if you want to watch and you missed something. And I'm also going to post it here on YouTube on my other camera for the YouTube folks. Hello! And that's it. Bye, you guys. It was amazing, and I hope to see you next week on my next live.